Hi Chicken Gang and friends, let's talk Tesla stock price. Where will the stock price go this week? Will Tesla stock price remain at 669.69? Who knows? It's a nice number. Let's take a look at some respectable Tesla accounts covering this. These 4 accounts did the most research on SP 500 inclusion. So there's Rob from Tesla Daily, Gary Black, Frank Pillin, and Truth Tesla. I'll summarize their views. The community is usually quite laser focused, but once in a while different opinions will surface. In this case, I can see them doing their best to search for information, but it is clear that it is not very clear. Later, I'll give my opinion on this week's price movement using some technical analysis and some fundamentals. Rob researched extensively and spoke to Richly. To sum it up, the funds buy in at the last moment of market close to prevent tracking error. You see, if you buy it in the early part of the day, the stock price may close really high and the indexes will have this kind of tracking error, thus last minute buys causing a spike. We did see it happen. However, he is still unclear if all the funds have bought in. Frank Pillin wrote a superb piece. I'll link the article below. So much work went to this article, but summarizing the entire long article, accounting for delta hedging, market hedge, and many other factors, he has a minimum price target of $800. As of making this video, he is still trying to digest the data from Friday's movement. Gary Black, he is long-term bullish but short-term a bit wary. Again, piecing his thoughts up, hedge funds were given a month to buy up shares. On Friday, 69 million shares were sold on Friday's close. He thinks more of these hedge funds would come in to sell more. Truth Tesla is mainly bullish. There were 12 million shares unfilled orders, so far short of the 130 million indexing requires. He has the same questions as Rob from Tesla Daily. How about the remaining unfilled orders? He is quite bullish on this coming week. I have lots of respect for these guys. It's seldom the community is this split, mainly because the information is pretty hard to get. Here are my thoughts. Before that, appreciate the thumbs up to help absorb more YouTube ad money for our furry friends. Appreciate it. With 130 million Tesla shares needed for indexing demand, minus the hedge funds taking advantage of this, I still think there will be plenty of demand. There are really huge funds, for example, sovereign funds and pension funds. These have many sets of rules in place to protect the fund. One of the many rules these funds have are only allowed to buy into companies which are invested in the index for very obvious reasons. I believe the numbers are more than 130 million shares needed. These funds are huge. So over time, they will add Tesla into their fund. So let's take a look at the technicals now. This is the daily movement for Tesla stock price. I'm going to zoom in over here and let's look at a wedge that is occurring. So the first wedge that is occurring that looks something like that. You notice the stock price wedge upwards before it squeezed and boom, there it goes. So last video I was teaching you how to do Fibonacci extension. So there is 2 ways. So the first way is taking the base, pull to the top and pull down back to the base. This is just the first way, right? The second way is to take the base, same thing, pull it up to the top, and you also pull this back down, but in this case you do it at a support area where the stock is squeezing. So this is end of the wedge. You notice the same thing happens for both ways of drawing. There is 2 lines that's intersecting, which is around the $640 level. I'm going to erase one of the extensions away so it's easier to take a look at this. Now we have 2 Fibonacci extension lines around the $640 range. We also have another line which is at the end of the wedge, which is around the $640 level. What does this mean? It means that $640 is a very good area of support. Stock price is here around now. And if you are looking at both Fibonacci extension levels, stock price will remain this area. So if stock price drops down, it will bounce off the support line here and goes back up. This $640 level is the new low for Tesla stock price. Wrapping up, for me, it's pretty simple. Dollar cost average. If no extra money, just hold. We are still at the beginning of Tesla's world domination. I like to quote the Vincent on this. Long holding is master level investment. It is really hard to do nothing. By the way, he just got featured on Wall Street Journal. I'll link it below. My prediction for Tesla stock will remain strong above the $640 range. Any retracements will bounce off that level. So cheers. Appreciate the early thumbs up, invest safe, and don't buy sell like a